Before we get into the fun stuff, we're going to learn how to prep the pizza station. Run water until it reaches a temperature of 70 degrees. We'll then fill a bucket with 6 quarts of water. We'll then pour the water into a mixing bowl. Now it's time to add a 1/4 cup of sugar and a 4-ounce portion of yeast. Mix ingredients with the wire whip. Before adding 25 pounds of all-purpose flour. We'll then add a 1/4 cup of salt, followed by 2 cups of olive oil. We're now ready to mix the ingredients. After raising the bowl up, we want to set the speed to 1 for a total of 11 minutes. When we're ready, we'll hit the green button to start. When the mixing is over, it's time to portion the dough. You have 30 minutes to do this. Be sure to cover the dough with a plastic bag. We will first portion focaccia bread. The focaccia bread should weigh 21 ounces or 1.31 on the electric scale. After portioning what you need, you'll now do the same for solos. The solo dough balls should be 7 ounces or 0.44 on the electric scale. After forming dough balls, you'll place 14 7-ounce solos into one tray. 6 for focaccia dough balls. When the dough is portioned, we will then place in the cooler so that it can cool down. After 15 minutes, we will cover up the trays with lids and place stickers for today's date. The dough must stay in the cooler for 24 hours before use. The shelf life is 72 hours before we have to throw it away. Now it's time to roll some solos out. Take what you need from the cooler and be sure to let it warm up for at least 2 to 3 hours. The dough must be 70 degrees before it can be rolled out. Before you roll, you should gently place flour onto your rolling station as well as the dough ball. Form it into a pizza and begin to roll out. Your pizza should be slightly larger than the screen shown. When your pizza reaches the desired size, you'll gently dock 1 inch from the outer edge of the pizza. We'll now cover the pizza peel with cornmeal. Now it's time to lightly brush the outer edge of the pizza with olive oil. Remember, once a solo is rolled out, it is good for 2 hours. Now it's time to prep the focaccia. Lightly flour your workstation and take one of the dough balls for focaccia and start to form in the shape of a pan. When rolling, we want to continue to make this shape. When rolled to the desired shape, take a sheet pan and brush with olive oil. Next, we want to carefully form the dough into the pan. Repeat this process until you have enough for your meal period. We then want to set the dough in a warm place so it doubles in size. This should be about 30 minutes. After the dough is doubled in size, gently score the dough in half. From there, we want to make 4 equal cuts to get 10 pieces. Next, we'll sprinkle Romano cheese and oregano throughout the pan. To cook, we'll place on the solo belt. When it is done cooking, we'll immediately brush the bread with melted butter. You're now ready to watch part 2 of the Pizza Station.